Hello, grade sevens, and welcome to your cylinders and cones lesson. I'm going to break this up into two parts, and I can't make it full screen. In order to share my screen, I've been having a lot of technical difficulties today, and this is probably my 20th attempt at doing this. So let's go. So let's talk about cylinders. A cylinder has a flat base and a flat top. The base is the same as the top. From base to the top, the shape stays the same. It has one curved side. It is not a polyhedron as it has a curved surface. So when the two ends of the cylinder is directly aligned on top of each other, we refer to this as a right cylinder. Otherwise, it is an oblique cylinder. So that's if it is slanted, if the top base is not directly under or on top of the other base, it is an oblique cylinder. So let's talk about the volume of a cylinder. So to calculate the volume, we must multiply the area of the base by the height. So this is quite similar to the triangular prism formula because we had to figure out the area of the base. Last time it was a triangle, this time it is a circle, and then we multiply it by the height. We are going to review the area of a circle is pi r squared, so we are really just adding the height to it, and that's how we get the volume of a cylinder. Base times height, so area of circle times height. So let's talk about volume. So in this image, both cylinders have the same volume, and the picture is meant to show that the volume stays the same. It is just leaning over because it has the same height. Okay, so in order to find the height of oblique cylinders, we just have to make sure we are not looking at either the side length or if there is a height indicated by the middle, because that is inaccurate. We want to figure out where is the 90-degree angle, because that 90-degree angle tells us that we are measuring the height from base to the top. We are not slanting it in any way. So it's kind of like when you measure yourself, you use a measuring stick and you put it on a 90-degree angle and you stand up high, and that's how you figure it out. So it's kind of similar to this. So in this case, the 90-degree angle is just outside of the cylinder. This time it is inside as well, but you can also figure it out if you were to measure it just from top to base, just on the side. So now I'm going to give you a chance to try to figure out what the volume of the cylinder is. So I have written it down in two ways. They are exactly the same thing, just this one doesn't have the multiplying symbols. So that's totally the same, up to you to decide which one you want. They are both the same. So remember, you're just plugging in the radius and height. So please put me on pause if you want to take a moment to do this, because I'm going to give the answer on the next one. So I put both formulas up there too, and I use the multiplying symbol just because I want to show it to you, and I just want to, it makes more sense if I have the multiplying symbol. So pi, we can use the pi button, or we could use 3.14. We substituted r, our radius is 25, and we have to square it as well, and then our height is 40. So if you multiply this all in a calculator, you're going to get approximately 78,539.82 inches cubed. So your answer is totally dependent on if you use the pi button or if you plugged in 3.14. They're just a few digits off, but both are completely correct. Okay, so now I will do the oblique cylinder. So this time we just have to figure out height. I'm looking for the 90-degree angle, and we know our height is actually 15. So I'll give you a moment, put me on pause if you want to do that one. Okay, this is figuring out the answer. We are just plugging in our radius and our height. We have pi times 6 squared, which is our radius squared, times 15, which is our height. We are left with 1,696.46 units cubed, or we could just cube our number. Both are totally correct. So that is it for cylinders. Stay tuned for cones.